Hi, everybody. Welcome to the sixth edition of our BallerNerd.com podcast. I'm your host, Daniel, and with me today I have Ian,
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Nathan,
Dumbledore kills Snape.
Peter. Is Peter here?
I don't know where Peter is.
We also have Zach
Hey.
and Marcus.
Oh, shit. My mic was off.
Hi, Peter. Peter's actually Dumbledore.
Hello.
He's dead. First topic I want to cover today. Our website launches in 2 days now. Is that what it is?
That is correct.
48 hours?
Monday.
Let's get down to the crunch time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube and Twitch.tv. Allballernerd.com is how you can find us on all of those. We're still doing our Diablo contest. You've got roughly 15 days, 17 days, however long it is, till the contest ends. Make sure you like us you subscribe to us on YouTube and Twitch. If you subscribe to us on both, you have a chance that your name is automatically entered to a free Diablo 3 drawing, where you win yourself a game.
Actually, they only have 2 days to enter because because we're announcing the winner with the launch of the website.
Oh, I thought it was May 7th.
Is it May 7th?
It was May 7th.
Have you even seen the video? Do you need to go?
Obviously, I haven't watched the video. But go now, do it now, even if you're watching this after.
I'm fairly sure it's May 7th, and then we draw someone on May 12th, and we give it to them by May 15th.
Okay.
Then they are happy peoples.
Okay. We'll do that.
Okay, there we go. Okay, Snape kills Dumbledore. So let's first just jump into League of Legends this week. A pretty major thing hit the posts, the website, and the forums, and exploded yesterday. Was the announcement of spectator mode finally getting implemented. And what this is obviously where you can watch. If you've ever seen a tournament game, there's always a spectator that they invite, which it shows the champion abilities and all that shit. But the cool thing is it can go on normals. I think it can go on ranks too, right?
Yeah, it's got a 3-minute delay though.
It should have a delay. I agree. Just like the tournament games do. But you can do it on normals. You can do it on ranks. You can do it on tournament games. They're also going to have featured games on the actual the site where you can say, okay, Dignitas is playing these guys. This is a featured stream. Check it out. This is something cool. So a featured game. Come check it out. Which I think is pretty neat. And you can also spectate your friends' games, which I'm actually really excited for. 'Cause sometimes I don't have time to play a league game. Because sometimes they do last a little while. Like when Zach's playing or Ian's playing, and I want to watch him go 0-15 as Shaco. I just right click him and I'm like, look at him. He's gonna get the guy. Nope, never mind. He's dead.
A thought that just occurred to me though. What do you think this is gonna do to services like Twitch TV and some of these other streams? You think they're gonna?
I think it'll be fine because it'll be a 3-minute delay, so it's not gonna be a.
I think he's talking about
like play-by-play kind of thing. It'd be more like a review kind of afterwards or something like that.
No, but I'm talking about just like traffic.
Yeah.
Like as
Is there a spectator limit?
Probably. I'm guessing there will
I've
be
never
because
seen one.
you can't really have 5,000 people watching the same.
Why would they do a featured game and then not have a spectator limit or have a spectator limit? So, I think.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I just know right now there currently is.
I think it's gonna hurt like Twitch TV and some of these other things a little bit, but.
Right.
I think Twitch TV will still be okay because most people will be using Twitch TV if they don't feel like downloading LOL on another computer just to watch the spectator mode. So
Also,
The thing is too, they probably don't get the audio from the people talking, so that's probably big.
also you got to keep in mind the chat room. Like when I'm in stream, I watch people's streams. A lot of times I chat with the people. After I finished my Amnesia stream this past Tuesday, I got on and watched this other guy play Amnesia, and this guy was really. Like, he was acting like he was scared, but he really wasn't. Like, he was like, oh, my God, this is so scary. But just chatting with the people, I enjoy just bullshitting with people. Or maybe not even talking or typing to them, reading what they say is sometimes funny. What do you think about the spectator mode, Zach, being on a competitive team?
I'm actually very excited for the release of spectator mode. From a team standpoint, it's going to add a lot of team development aspects where I'm going to be able to watch my teammates play a game, like, I'd say live, but there's a 3-minute delay, and be able to comment and say, here's the plays you're making and here's the difference. Before, I'd have to be in game with them, and we didn't do customs that much, so I'd have to be in game and watching my own lane, and I couldn't focus on them because of course I'm watching my own lane. So I really like that they're doing that. I'm very excited for it. And one of my friends was asking me last night if I thought that spectator mode would bring about the end of streaming, and I said no. I think what spectator mode will actually create is competition, if you will, where now if the streamers and all the people that sponsor the streams and post ads want people to watch, and they're going to have to make the streams more appealing than spectator mode, which means the commentary that streamers and everything give is going to have to be either more entertaining or more informative than what I can learn in spectator mode. So I'm excited to see how the streaming world also reacts to this.
It's a good point.
Though streaming for just convenience sake, I mean, I'll sit down, want to watch a StarCraft stream without having to click around or anything while I eat something, or So it's a lot easier in terms of not having to actually click around, figure out what's going on. The commentators and observers just kind of do it for you.
That's a good point. I agree with that. But at the same time, if you're busy and you want to watch a stream, that's fine. That's good. I do that a lot, actually. A lot of times if I'm getting ready for work or if I'm eating or whatever, I'll watch one. But sometimes I watch some streams, and I'm not talking the IPLs or the major tournaments, but when like the caster or somebody's reviewing one, or somebody has taken a League of Legends recorder file and they're watching the replay and they're trying to comment on it, and they're looking at top lane and it's an Aurelion GP just kind of still farming, and there's kills going on bottom and you can't see it because they're not going down there. I'm like, go down to the bottom, so they miss it. So I like that, and I think you can actually rewind it, can't you? Or can you just slow it?
You can rewind it, and you can also slow it.
Yep. That's also very cool. You can
slow motion.
Show you fucking top replays.
It'll be a matter of time before they install like a replay system server side that you can look back on old games. That's probably the next move.
I think that'd be a good move. Because now League of Legends recorder is just a little bit going to be less used because you don't have to go back and review other people's. You don't like Zach said. There was one of the options. He could go back and review their recorded game, and just tell him, kind of give his input or his own game. But now with this, you could spectate him, watch him, coach him up as it's happening. I think it's really cool. There's also, they issued something about this there was a post on the Reddit forum, the League subreddit, saying that we apologize for the bad patch. There's been a lot of errors this patch, lots of lag, lots of disconnections, lots of weird things. I was jungling last night, and the wolf camp wasn't even hitting me at one point. It was weird. Like, they were just standing there and let me hit them. I'm like, okay, whatever.
There's been a lot of weird glitches with the last patch.
There has been.
With, like, creeps not doing their attack animation. Ironically, because they're doing the 10 IP thing, one of my friends got booted out of a ranked game so he could get the 10 RP boost or 10 win boost, and he's pissed off now because he lost ELO so he could get it.
They're giving anybody who's played within the last 30 days, I believe, a IP win bonus, so you get additional IP every time for your next 10 wins. So there's not actually a time limit on it. It's just how many you win.
10 wins or 10 minutes?
10 wins.
Oh, it's like 10 minutes. That's
10 minutes. Yeah, you got to finish the game in 10 minutes.
Do 3v3 and just
go.
No pressure. No, you just all random all mid and make everybody else leave. Also, we got the Varus patch coming up. They have some changes. Excuse me. Some changes coming up. They're changing some of the AP items to make it a little bit more versatile. What else are they changing? You know anything else, Zach? I can't remember off the top of my head. Patch changes. Oh, they're changing Master Yi. I remember that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great. That's what we need. More Master Yi.
Rise is a major one, yeah.
And they have a new item too, don't they?
Yeah, the Athene guy has like a cages and something. I think. I know they're making cages like you pick actually useful for supports. They're taking a Morello's Evil Tomb and they're changing that up a little bit. Like I mentioned, the AP items. They're making it so AP mids don't go, Death Cap, Void Staff, Will of the Ancients.
Yeah.
They're trying to bust the meta as well. They're trying to make it so that APs could be a more viable top, so that top isn't just a boring farm lane. They want it to be more exciting top.
Mm-hmm. Which I agree with. I played a game last night right when I got off work, and I wanted to just farm and just be bored, and it was a Swain, so I picked Yorick, and that was all. That poor guy. He bought 5 boots, like 5 pairs, and just ran down mid. I only had 3 kills. He was just mad. Anyway, so let's move on from League of Legends this week. We'll cover a little bit more of that next week. For World of Warcraft, the Mist Pandaria came out recently. Actually, before we talk about the beta, they buffed the Dragon Soul again to 20. So now the buff is at 20%. If you don't know what that is, it's basically everything is 20% easier. You deal 20% more damage, things have 20% less health. 20% more healing across the board, just like they did with Icecrown Citadel back in Wrath of the Lich King. They're doing the same thing with Dragon Soul, making it accessible, the in-raid, more accessible for more people. So right now, you can bring like 7 people in there and kill Deathwing, basically what it is. Which is how it was in Wrath of the Lich King. I don't know if any of you guys played at the end of Wrath of the Lich King when the buff got like 30%. Were you playing that again?
No, I don't think so. I think I had bounced right before that happened.
I quit way before that happened. I quit at like 5%.
Oh, yeah, it was ridiculous. The difficulty of that fight, of the Lich King, of the actual Arthas fight, was 0% up to 30%, which is completely, you could just get away with murder, literally.
All paladins.
Now, all druids works for Nefarian. Also,
I remember all Paladin Karazhan. That was crazy.
That is crazy. All those undead, poor guys. One thing I wanted to mention is I want to get some opinions on what do you think the direction of the MMO genre is. And first off, there's two different ways. From a financial standpoint, a lot of MMOs, traditionally were subscription based with the EverQuests and the World of Warcrafts and numerous other ones that could be popular, could be not. Rift, Ion. These are current. These are within the last 5 years. A lot of the ones I'm speaking of right now have gone to a free-to-play model. Some new ones that are coming out are a free-to-play model with some type of cash shop. What do you guys think is how it's going to happen with the MMO genre, you guys who are MMO fans?
I'll go first. I think you're going to see a lot of this kind of like Blizzard-type auction house, because this is pretty revolutionary. I mean, it's very, very clever. It allows people to kind of like get some enjoyment out of the game and get a little money out of the game, and the company's still making them make money. I don't know that you're going to see free-to-play across the board, because games like EVE are very dependent upon that kind of their models, like really entirely based around people can earn game time in-game, but you kind of need to pay for it a little bit. But I think like with the release of Titan, for example, like Blizzard's new unnamed MMO, that's more than likely going to be subscription based, just because I think they know they can get the numbers because they've got the hype. At least initially. That's not to say they won't transition over to things, because they are kind of losing numbers. But there's much more revenue to be gained with the just like pay for subscription when you get the larger volume customers, like when you have like 10 million people playing, versus the cash item shop, where maybe 20% of the people who play the game will use the cash item shop. Man.
I think that brings up a good point about the amount of people that is currently with the game, that's currently a fan of the game. Like World of Warcraft is one of the ones that's a subscription model. And also, excuse me, Star Wars: The Old Republic also still has the $15 a month subscription model, which I don't know how long that's going to last. I haven't kept up with the numbers or any of the information since the last patch actually, but I know they were trying to get themselves off the ground, and right now they're going to be okay in the MMO world, because World of Warcraft is stalled. It has the end of expansion, the blues, the lulls, the burnouts, whatever you want to call it. Because there's nothing going on right now but the Dragon Soul raid, which has been out since December, I think.
Yeah.
Damn, it's been a long time. So, and they're not planning on doing any sort of interim raid patch like Ruby Sanctum back at the end of the last expansion. So what I'm saying is, that game's going to have its shot to make itself, but once the Mist Pandaria itself comes out, I don't know what's going to happen. So they might have to drop down to a free-to-play model, which has worked for certain games. If they don't have that many people, it seems to work at least. They haven't shut down yet.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. There was a post, I guess it was like a year ago on MMO Champion that showed that like a kind of like a product cycle for Blizzard games had been leaked.
Yeah.
And what it looks like is they're gonna have this expansion, and then they'll have one more leading up to Titan.
I know.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what my thought is that they'll try to kind of continue the World of Warcraft thing for as long as they can. But what they might do is they might at that point switch World of Warcraft to free to play, and then
Well, I'm sure
and
at
then
some point they will.
the new Titan model will probably be a pay to play or some other clever
Pay
thing.
to win.
Well,
Pay to
think
win.
about
Pay
it.
to
If you're gonna take it, if they're gonna switch their focus from World of Warcraft to say new MMOFPS game X called Titan codename or whatever, if they're gonna spend a lot of their development time, they can just take WoW and make it a free to play game with a cash shop and have to do really no maintenance to it. I mean, every once in a while they could do something, but if you pay $15 a month and there's nothing changing to your game, nobody's gonna play it. I mean, I'm paying $15 a month right now and I still don't play it. I'm paying right now and I don't play it because there's nothing that's changed. But then I think that's where it's going to go financially. Design wise, I was curious what you guys think about the MMO FPS model, like the I think is a Tribes game
Rift.
like that. Nate?
Rift or no, sorry, Firefall.
Fire, that's what I was thinking. Firefall.
Yeah, Zach, what do you know about that? I know you're in the beta, right?
Yeah, Kevin and I both got our beta invite a couple weeks ago, and the game actually has so much potential. We'll see where they go. We've played it a lot, and it's a lot of fun. The PvP is real solid on there. They're working on the PvE. I've actually been very impressed with the way that this game has been replying to community feedback. In the recent patch notes that just came out a couple of days ago, they would actually link in the patch notes to forum posts of people who suggested the changes they make, and they actually made the changes. The only concern I have is, well, I was thinking about it, and right now this game has no way to be profitable. Like, they don't have a subscription fee, and so I hope they don't ruin the game by making it kind of pay to play, where you pay like $25 and you're like God. That would suck.
Oh yeah, that's awful. Yeah.
Do you know if they are working? I mean, because I know it's going to be free to play, but they're going to have some sort of way to pay or way to make money. But
I don't know how they're gonna do it yet. I haven't seen anything.
Huh.
But it's a very good game. I highly recommend it to anyone that can opt in. They definitely should. It's as soon as you're in. Like, they're gonna it's always gonna be free. So
I think their beta period, and this is another incentive to try to play that game. Their beta period will continue up through the launch of the game. So
I think Kevin and I just think they're gonna soft launch it.
yeah. So I think that I don't know if there's going to be a character wipe. In fact, I think you might be able to retain your character, and this is the way to do it. So try to get into the beta. Definitely register. I think you might be able to keep your stuff. It'd be pretty cool.
That's what they're doing in the Terra beta. You get to keep your tune and all your levels.
But you only got like a day's head start, as well as the open beta, which everybody could do. So it's not that much different. Just early release for specific
testing.
people.
Yeah.
I think you can only keep it if you like pre-bought the game anyway. So. Nah.
I don't think I'm
still
gonna
really cool. I like that.
That is pretty neat. I think the excuse me, the MMO FPS genre. I've played a couple games that are that kind of model. One of the ones that I actually enjoyed a lot was Global Agenda. The only reason I stopped playing it is the PvE where you had basically, I think you took 4 people. You could queue up and it would put you with one of each class. There was like an assault and a medic and 2 other things I don't remember. And you would do a dungeon of sorts, operation dungeon. It was really, 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 really hard. That's all it was.
I just remember like spacebar spamming for jetpacks.
For jetpacks, yeah.
Yeah, spacebar, jetpack.
But it was actually and the PvP was cool because it's very fast paced. You're flying around doing all kinds of stuff, and they had all kinds of maps. It's the typical PvP maps. But the PvE was really difficult, which I actually liked. Me and Cody were actually playing it. Cody was actually one that got me started playing it. But when you would queue up with people you didn't know, sometimes it'd be just really bad. You'd have somebody who didn't know what they were doing or just was trolling. They also had the agency versus agency, which was pretty cool. I never got into it, but from what I had seen, videos, read about it, it seemed pretty neat. I had never made it that far, but I did like it. So I think the MMO FPS genre is definitely a one because FPS games are so popular. They've been popular forever. They're going to stand the test of time, and MMO games have risen from nerdy things to mainstream things. So I think it's a good collaboration of the two.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's up?
I also like how the first-person shooting kind of style transforms the MMO almost to a different game entirely. Like with traditional MMOs, like if you ever played EverQuest or World of Warcraft or anything, you just get into the attack range and you can just stand there and beat the shit out of them. I like that you can actually dodge and roll, and that just adds so much more skill. And I just think it just makes the game more in depth and just really more alive.
I agree. With
I feel
everything. I'm not a big fan of, after playing Star Wars and shooting games, after playing WoW for 4 years straight, I'm definitely a fan of the skill-based attacking.
But that's also kind of going to Guild Wars 2. I don't think that has an auto attack whatsoever, and they have all those dodge mechanics and such. So, and I mean, with the monk with Warcraft, they're at least taking out auto attack. So
they put it back in, actually.
I have a feat.
Yeah,
they put it back in with the monk.
again.
Yeah, they said they didn't like it because everything else had
They
on.
can still roll though.
Because bad people were too bad.
Yeah.
I can't press button.
But there's obviously a direction that's going to be headed where it's not just sitting around wailing on a mob.
Yep, that's the direction the whole genre's headed, I believe. The auto tech thing is pretty much, it's always been awful and bad.
Yeah, and I think that's something that MMOs kind of need, because everyone's tired of the same. I mean, at least for me personally, I'm tired of the same MMOs. And like, you can release all fancy new graphics all you want, but if the gameplay is going to be the same, it's only a matter of time before your shiny graphics are less and less appealing.
Yep.
Marcus, you've been watching a lot of Terra videos, haven't you?
Dude, I've been watching a lot of everything videos.
Hey, Terra's actually a pretty good game because it's kind of like Guild Wars 2, where you don't really just sit back and
There's just no
smack people
PvP
around.
on it
Yeah.
yet. It sucks.
Well, actually, there is kind of PvP, but it takes forever because everyone's always dodging everything. So battles take a shit ton of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like even at level 4, they die so slowly.
Okay, let's move on to Diablo 3. Again, our contest, check it out when you sell free Diablo 3. It's very close. It's coming up. It's right here. I mean, I can't believe it myself. I'm gonna have to wear a tux and do a dance the day it comes out or something, because it's been coming. It's been a long time coming.
I'll do a jig on stream. I'll do it right when I'm downloaded to my computer.
That way we can lose viewers.
Yes. Just get rid of them. We don't need them anyway. What was it? One thing. I was in the. I had never actually had access to the beta. I never got my invite. Nobody ever was a pal and gave me a key. So my first time playing was the open beta week, and I played for a couple hours. One of the days the beta was having issues, and I work weekends, so I was busy anyway. But just from a new player perspective, because I know a lot of you guys have been in there for a long time, so you guys are used to it. You guys have played all the characters. All I did was play a wizard for an hour and a half, and I've been playing Diablo 2 lately. I think it's transitioned. The gameplay style is still it's old. It's old. It still has its same old feel, but it's been updated. So I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it still has the classic dungeon crawler Diablo 2 controls, but everything's spiced up, and the dungeon environments are just so beautiful to go through. I love it, and I love the one major change is the loot distribution, how it's going to come off elite monsters that you find randomly throughout the world instead of killing the same fucking boss over and over again.
Yeah. Well, the boss fights themselves are actually going to be much more difficult. It's not going to be like, oh, look, we've got Bale pinned in a corner. Let's just spam all our bones spear.
Diablo, do a teleport, do a TP behind the wall.
I know in the beta that I've developed like a stun composition of heroes. Basically, if the barbarian and the demon hunter just use their stunning ability on any monster, they just switch them between, and like facing the Skeleton King with that combo, he didn't get to summon any skeletons because we just kept him stunned. Like you just ruined his animation.
But I bet that's going to be like it's going to have DR, diminishing returns, as you get to the higher difficulties.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe just because it was normal mode that we were able to stun them and stuff, but in hell mode and in Inferno mode that maybe they're just going to be unstoppable. Like you're not going to be able to stop them.
One hit kills.
I'm sure Blizzard knows plenty about diminishing returns. Trust me, I've played World of Warcraft for far too many years. I've had times where they didn't put DR on a boss and you would just taunt him back and forth. We did that with Thorum in Ulduar. Good times.
Oh, jeez.
Good times.
But I do like how they have made it tougher. They did make. I mean, Skeleton King and the very first beta, you could literally kill him by yourself in 5-7 hits if you had the best gear. But now it actually takes time and effort to kill him, and he can't hurt you. Like I've died since the new patch, and I never died before, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good too. I like it difficult. You know that.
Yes, right.
I like it rough.
I play myself on hardest
every 5
difficulty.
seconds.
I don't know if you guys have gone to the Diablo like meta site, but so I've basically done skill calculators for every single character and kind of played around with that. It definitely seems to me like one of my worries, I guess, with this game coming out is that it was going to be a lot like Diablo 2, and that you're going to only have like 3 or 4 main skills that you rotate through, but with the sheer number of abilities and I mean it's really varied between the classes. It's definitely you're not gonna see the same character with the same skill set as you. You might have like 1 or 2 similar skills, but even with the runes, it's gonna be like you're in a different game every single time, and that looks really refreshing, especially for kind of like a click to move, click to kill scroller like this. It just that's really click to kill. Yeah, you just tape down your left mouse button.
Man,
No. Well, have you heard actually about if you click individually instead of holding down the attack button, if you just like click the attack button, your character will actually slightly attack faster. He has a faster attack speed if you manually attack. I'm not even joking.
Really?
I'm not even joking.
Really?
Yeah, it's been proven. There's so many videos out right now of people just like if you get on a demon hunter, barbarian, monk, anything, and you just hit the auto attack, it'll go slower than if you were to just spam click.
Interesting.
well,
that's
good.
good.
I bet getting a mouse with
I
I don't
know.
care about with macros.
So
But I don't
pretty
know
much
if that's
go through a
purpose
mouse every.
or if Blizzard's gonna fix that.
And I
but
can't
it's
buy
something
that
needs
game.
to be
Then
addressed either way.
I've got a Naga. I don't want to break it. This is my baby.
Dude, I have a Naga too. They're awesome, aren't they?
My dog ate one. My dog, when I first got him, he's 8 months now. But when I first got him, he chewed the cord.
Oh,
Oh,
I was like,
Oh,
oh
I
my
remember
god, he
that.
chewed my expensive mouse. I was like, fuck it, buy another one. Instantly got on and bought another one.
sold your dog. Got a new
Oh,
mouse.
he's still here.
self dog.
I mean, I kind of taught him not to chew cords the fun way, so he didn't chew
Yeah.
anymore. But
But speaking back on track about builds, as you all guys might know, I plan to main a demon hunter, and one build that I was looking at is she has a passive when she reaches the final level, and level 30 is when you get your last one, and her passive is missiles shoot out of her abilities. Now, that's pretty fucking sick. And not only will missiles shoot out of her abilities, but you can upgrade that missile damage by 50% with a passive ability. So pretty much I'm going to only have missile skills set up and just shoot missiles everywhere.
It just seems kind of like, well, I mean, the Diablo universe is kind of ridiculous anyway, but that's just.
I just want to shoot missiles, dog. I'm going to be like RoboCop.
What about, so like, we talked a little bit, I guess, kind of before we started streaming, but the kind of like what our plan is for the kind of like release of the game. I think probably playing through the game and like doing all the quests and actually like reading the little lore things as they pop up and exploring all the areas we can is probably the best thing to do for the first playthrough.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to see all the areas, and I don't know if you guys want to go through the text or listen to people talk. I mean, I'm for one am for listening to people speak so we can hear everything that they say and really like and
Immerse
drench
ourselves.
immerse ourselves. That's what I'm looking for. In the Diablo 3 before we get into hardcore grinding out items and level mode.
Works for me.
And like I know sometimes we'll get lucky and we'll see special little side events and stuff. Now during our first playthrough you might not see all the side events, but as we go along, if we see side events that we've never seen before, I think we should definitely take a look at those. And fraps, really funny or cool things along the way, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea to do that.
And one thing though, Ian, you were talking about how there's so many skills that you can switch and stuff. A problem with switching skills is the system that Diablo put in with the gold and magic find. And it's like a buff that you get. The more elite monsters you kill, you get a gold and magic find bonus to your character and everybody in the game. Well, if you take off you switch your skills or anything, it gets rid of that buff. So really, you need to be prepared before the game.
Do you know if that changes when you level up? Like, if you level up, does it get rid of that?
I think it's kind of persistent. As long as you don't change all your skills, then you're good. So I'm guessing level ups will be totally fine. It won't.
So like you get a new skill, it won't like wreck you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And also, if you guys played the beta, you noticed when you were switching skills and skill slots, there was like, it kind of forced you to only put certain skills in certain slots. You can actually, there's a free selection mode if you go to the options and click it. So you can put any skill in any slot.
Okay, that's good. Because there are definitely some skills I was just like, I'm going to skip that and wish I could have 2 from this one.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was on my Demon Hunter. Like, she had an ability where she could get all her energy back, and then she had her tumble, but I couldn't have them both at the same time, and so I was really kind of pissed. And then I saw the free selection skill on Diablo forums, and I opened it up, and now I can run around the world, use my
little tumble spam. Yeah, I see now.
Yeah, it tumbles with movement speed, and then I just do that 3 times, and then I hit my all energy back and do it 3 more times. And by the time I do that, I can do my energy back again. So it's kind of like an infinite super speed.
I'm just gonna spam leap my barbarian. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, that's what I would do. Have you guys seen that? Just do dungeons.
Yeah.
They like try to make you go through this maze, and you just go, well, fuck these stairs, boo, right up top.
That's all I would do in Diablo 2, my guy. Okay. So moving on to StarCraft 2, I know Peter had a couple videos he's getting ready to post on our YouTube page. A little bit of StarCraft 2 info, some pro tips. Tell us a little bit about those, Peter.
Well, I just posted one concerning APM, kind of a overview for people who are in the lower leagues and maybe needed a little refresher here and there for people who are in the leagues that I'm in, platinum and whatnot. New ways to kind of look at APM, such as APM as a resource, knowing how to use your APM in certain situations and necessarily trading your APM with minerals. That way you can focus your APM on other situations. I'm going to be talking about some basic ideas, such as also later on, especially concerning Zerg, as that's my main race. I hardly play anything else. But so those are going to be coming out soon. But going into some of the news for this week, Red Bull announced that there was going to be a big event that they're going to be doing in Austin.
Yeah.
Yup. And I think it's pretty cool, seeing as Red Bull's been sponsoring, that Red Bull LAN, and it's kind of not gotten too much attention, honestly. It's been kind of a lower thing, but I feel especially with this that they're being completely behind this, and they definitely have a lot of build up to it, and a lot of money's going into it. First place gets, I think, like 15,000. So it's nice to see that more and more leagues and tournaments are popping up and becoming bigger and bigger. They're also slowly announcing players, which kind of adds a bit of fun to it. Every day you can get on, see if there's any new players, one of your favorite players has been invited or not. So that's pretty cool. Looking forward to that. That's going to be like May something. Trying to look through it. May 25th to May 27th. That'd be good. One other thing is Heart of the Swarm is going to be playable in Anaheim, MLG Anaheim, for people going. If anyone's in California and wants to go check that out, that'd be pretty cool.
When is this?
Unfortunately, I'm going to be here. It's going to be June 13th or something around there. Unfortunately, I'm going to be here, still in Texas, not in California. I'm not going to be able to go. But
You go to the Austin one, hey?
yeah, to figure out with work, but hopefully borrow someone's car. I don't know.
Steal Ian's.
Take a
Take
cab.
Ian's car. Take Ian's car.
Shut up.
Take someone's car.
Everybody agrees we should
Break it
steal
up.
Ian's car. I think it's unanimous. Don't steal mine.
Lastly, concerning big StarCraft, well, it's not necessarily that big. It's the matchmaking has now been tweaked again. They took off the relax settings for a while. They put them back on now, except with exceptions of the lower league and the higher league. So bronze and silver aren't going to have it, and masters and grandmasters aren't going to have it. They're actually going to be more narrow searches for those leagues, I think.
What?
And-
So
Disney-
it's going to be harder to troll kids with just cannons, is what you're saying.
What?
Yes.
No, it's actually going to be easier because if you're bronze, you only play bronze, so
Yeah. This
it'll still be easy. Or
I mean, you make a
I think-
Smurf account, yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I think it will still be as easy as it was before. So
Interesting.
Yeah, it means longer wait times though for those leagues, but you'll end up getting, especially with grandmasters, you'll at least get a better game out of it. I feel like I'm in the middle ground, so I'm going to be getting a wide variety of players. I'm actually okay with that. I like that idea that I'll be getting people who are just going to kick my ass. That way, it'll be a lot more beneficial when I go back and watch the replay.
Yeah, you get better. That's how it should be. So when you get improved, that's like a lot of only real competitive gameplay that I really have is the World of Warcraft arena section. I did a lot of that for every once in a while, but that's how the arena. I read something years ago about the way it's supposed to work. The arena system was designed for you to lose some of your games, unless you'll fly up through the rankings if you're just skilled or you pull things out of your butt. But it's designed for you to lose, and so you realize once the match ends, you're sitting looking at the window, you're thinking, okay, what just happened? Why did we just get destroyed by those guys? But then you go back and just kill these guys at a lower MMR. I think that's what it was. I forget.
Yeah.
But it's good to lose and get your butt kicked by some high level guys. You learn. Hopefully, you instead of raging and getting mad and trolling, you learn from it and get better.
like Zach's team played against Curse Gaming and LoL, and they learned a lot from.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they follow us around.
You played against them twice.
But
Yeah, we played against twice. We've gone against Umashi, we've gone against Destiny and Dyrus.
yeah, but you guys learned a lot from them, didn't you? Like how to beat trolls, basically.
We not how to beat trolls, because they told us that they're good enough to. More of we got to see how far we've come in like our advancement in the game and our understanding and building and playing style.
Mhm.
First time we beat Curse, we got absolutely trolled and got wrecked. The second time we played them, we actually did a lot better. Our mid actually shut down Nijacking. And somebody was listening to their stream, and they were legitimately afraid of our.
Yeah,
jungler.
I was watching it, and for the first 14 minutes, like they were getting pretty worried because Kevin was shutting down their jungler. I mean, what is it? What Crumbs? Crumbs.
Yeah, Crumbs.
All he did, he did not go in a lane once. The only thing he did was just go back and forth and made sure he got his farm out of his jungle as fast as he could.
Who were the junglers?
It was Shyvana versus. We had Shyvana, and they had, or rather, Zach's team had Shyvana, and they had Mundo.
That's a race then.
Yeah,
fast jungle.
both very fast junglers.
Super fast, man.
And so I just kind of threw it away bottom because I'm still like learning how to lane against Blitzcrank at high levels. Bearing in mind that they're doing absolute troll comps, so
Yeah. Blitzcrank is one of those that can be just awful. like awful, not letting the grab, or you can just destroy your entire game. Anyway, let's move on. We'll talk a little bit more about his team at a later date and funny things. Zach and his team, the writer Brohan, they stream regularly on Twitch. So if you subscribe to us, you'll get emails saying when they're going live. So check it out. They'll stream their practices, their cues, their ranks, whatever. Let's move on to the miscellaneous section that we're going to cover today. As you know, I've been doing Amnesia: The Dark Descent streams every Tuesday. And as it would figure, the last Tuesday, the week that I finished it this past Tuesday. I played for about an extra hour and a half just to finish through the rest of the game because some of the guys who were in the stream, some of the viewers said I was close anyway, so I was like, whatever, I'll just finish it. But I finally got it. The settings, everything worked right, so it all worked fine. But looking back on the whole thing, the game itself, it was really freaky until the end. Like the ending was just, I mean, it makes Mass Effect's ending look like a good movie. But
what ending did you get?
The first one I
You got
did.
all three of them.
Spoiler.
The first one I got the
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Snape kills
Yes, it
Dumbledore.
is.
I got the normal
Tower.
one, the good. I guess you call it the good one, not the revenge or the
Yeah.
bad one. But somebody who's I completely forgot. I was just like, because there was like these pillars you could push over. I'm like, get out of here! But I just
Yeah.
pushed them over. I was like, oh, I guess I'm locked into.
Oh
the game
shit!
No, that's the ending that I think is the best. It seems to sum up the game better than the other ones. The special little one, I guess, when you throw the head in is just stupid. That's the one I got first. That was retarded.
now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The reason
yeah,
why
I
it
thought
was
that
so
one-
retarded because I had to wait 5 minutes just sitting there looking at this guy's little penis to throw his head through the portal. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with frictional games? Like the part where you get in the chancel where the four creepy guys run at you and kill you and lock you into jail.
Yeah.
Well, I had a mild stroke at that point. But then you're doing your thing, and when you have to get the water bucket and flush the key through the little line,
Yeah.
you go into this room, and then like it gets dark, and then there's a guy laying there butt naked. Like, what is the significance of this guy laying here butt naked?
He's like paint me like one of
Strange.
your Italian girls.
And it's not like he has pants on, or there's just a little there's just a little skin area. There's nothing there. No, he has a little chubby dangling. I'm like, what is this? Did they really have to do that? Did they pay
Did they
somebody?
put collision detection on his dangly? Yeah.
I think
That's some work right there. That's
I
effort.
said I think I just put a bucket over it. I was like, I'm tired of looking at this shit. Yeah. But look, overall, the game itself was very, very spooky. A lot of the people who watched it were spooked out about it. I personally had several moments where I was on the verge of, it's bad for a while on Tuesdays afternoons. I'm like, man, I'm so scared. I'm not scared. I'm like, I just really don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to stream this. It's too creepy. But I think it succeeded well. I know the Frictional made some other games. I think it's called like Penumbra. I don't know if you guys have heard of them.
Never heard of it.
But it's a similar
Nope.
thing. It's the same survival, you don't get a weapon kind of thing. But I don't think, and I think it's a horror murder kind of thing. And I think there's actually 3 games for like $20. So I might buy one of those. I might buy that pack and do it. I don't know. I'm still thinking of what else to do on Tuesdays. But overall, I give the game props for being a genuinely spooky game. Predictable at times, but still spooky. And the ending was a wash, but I didn't expect the ending to be any good. Nathan, you're covering a different game this week. It's some kind of Titan thing. So
Yeah, it's called Revenge of the Titans. It's an indie game that was released, I think, a year and a half ago, and I picked it up during the summer Steam sale last summer for about a couple of dollars. And it's pretty good. It's a tower defense game as you would expect, but there's a difference in that the little mobs don't really follow a set path, and they just go straight for your towers and start wailing on them until they die. So it's kind of like a make your own kind of maze. And if you ever play StarCraft 2 and you ever bunker up and be a giant turtle, this is what the game is pretty much.
You Terran faggot.
Yeah, you turtle and destroy things with siege towers and rockets and all that good stuff. But it's pretty fun. But after like I think an hour or so in, it gets kind of repetitive. So
I noticed
It's-
the problem with that game is
you have to kind of you can upgrade whatever you want, but if you don't follow the upgrade path they had in mind, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened to me in my first playthrough. I didn't really know what I was doing, and I got all these weird ass upgrades, and I couldn't kill anything by like the 5th level in, so I had to start over. But it's a nice little game for a few bucks if you pick it up during a summer sale, which is probably going to happen in the next few months maybe for Steam.
Mm-hmm.
More summer games, yes.
Oh yeah, I like when they put the different games on sale. So that's probably how I'll be doing my Tuesday streams, picking up something I think is neat. Not necessarily an indie game, but something that's on sale or something that's popular. Trying to bring it a little bit.
You should play Modern Warfare 3. Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
That's a sweet indie
Battlefield
game.
3.
I have Battlefield 3.
Modern Warfare 2.
I wouldn't play any of them just because it'd be trolling from other people.
Actually,
The little 7-year-old black kid screaming at me on the mic.
Donnie.
Yes, that one in particular.
Shut up, Gyro.
Anyway, that's pretty much it we got covered for this week for the game section. We have, as of today, as of this moment right now, we have 1 day, 23 hours, and 51 minutes until the website launches. So check back with that. It's by the time you see this, it may very well have been already launched. Check out our website, ballandnerd.com. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and Twitch.tv. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Check those out. We'll be posting regular updates. Check our streams. We got all kinds of stuff coming up. We have some Counter-Strike Go streams coming up for with Cody. We have some Daniel my stream, whatever it's going to be on Tuesday nights. It's going to be something interesting. We got the Writers of Rohan 5v5.
Like 6 days a week.
Huh?
Actually, we stream 7 days a week. My team streams 7 days a week.
So
Usually in the evening.
just check it out. It's always it's always going to be a good time. So check it out. That's about it for our 6th podcast. Thanks everybody for listening. Be sure to follow us on all the sites.